Next in your journey in your slide deck, let's look at the insert menu. There's several things that you're probably used to from working in Google that have not changed. If you have questions about those, see other playlists and other pieces of information. The image inserting is the same as what you would do in a Google Doc or any other Google anything, drawings, slides, whatever. You can upload it from the computer, you can search it on the web, you can get it from Drive or Photos or the URL or your webcam. That hasn't changed. A text box is exactly what it sounds like. You're going to click this and draw your text box wherever you need it to be if those placeholder text boxes don't do what you need them to do. We do also have the ability to put in video, which we'll do here in a minute. You can add in shapes just like you've done before. You can put in a table just like we do in a doc or anywhere else. We can put in charts, which can turn out really handy. We can also create our own diagrams. This turns out to work really well in a couple of other purposes that I can demonstrate. But as we go down the list, the video and diagram are the new ones that we haven't seen so many other places. We can also insert word art, several different kinds of lines, special characters, animation, comments, links, other slides, slide numbers if you want them, which can be kind of handy, and other placeholders. So let's look at inserting a video. I'm going to do that here. Let's see. Let's pick a place where I can put in a video. Here's the comments. Let's do this. This is a set of slides I'm going to send to students. So right after this, I'm going to put in a blank slide. On that blank slide, I'm going to insert a video. If I already have the video in mind, I can paste the URL right here where you do it by URL if I know it. If I already have it in Google Drive, maybe it's another video I've made that I want to insert, I can do that from Drive. I don't have either of those. I'm going to go to this first option and search. This is going to let me search all of YouTube for rule of thirds. And I'm going to see all the results. And I can watch whatever it is I want to watch. I can see when they were last uploaded. I can see how long they are. That's kind of important for me. I'm working with middle school students, and I want to be sure that I don't send them to watch something that's half an hour long because it's probably not going to keep their interest. I think I'm going to go with this 3-minute one just for example's sake. You select it. It's got this blue box around it. We know it's selected. You'll click that and it will insert that video straight into your slide. It's a graphic, so you can move it around however you want to. I can put it here, and when students get to the slide, they can watch that video. You have formatting options for it about how it's going to play back. Maybe you want it to play the whole thing. Maybe you want it to start 30 seconds in and end a minute before it's over. You can put it in as autoplay when presenting. You can mute the audio if you want to. You can also change the size and position of it, lock the aspect ratio so it doesn't get stretched and pixelated and goofy looking. You can determine the position some more. You can rotate things. You can even put in a drop shadow if you want to and change the transparency, the angle, the distance, and the blur radius on all of those things. Now, this doesn't really need a drop shadow, but there's the possibilities. And just like that, you've inserted a video into your slide deck. Next, let's look at back here in our insert. I'll show you some diagrams here in a minute. Let's put in a piece of word art and notice what that's going to do. If I click on insert and word art, this box is going to come up. So I'm going to do that with my title. If I could spell. Rule of thirds. If you need multiple lines, you see in the message, you're going to click use shift enter for multiple lines. I don't need multiple lines. I'm going to leave it just like that. And it opens up like this. So I can change the colors since I'm working with several color scheme ideas here, and change the border line and the weight and the font that I used was this one. And then here it is as a graphic, and you can make it wider and skinnier and whatever else it is that you want it to do. It's going to move like a graphic. I'm going to try to get it to where it all fits on my slide. There we go. Now I need to take it out of this placeholder because I don't need it there anymore. And make the placeholder box a little smaller so I have plenty of workspace. But that's where word art is. We're used to that feature from Microsoft products, but here's how it acts and what it does in slides. And then you can just keep messing with however you want things to go. I think I'd like this to be white. Then I want that to be something else. And here we are in word art. Now, real quick, let me show you diagrams. When you click on diagram, you get all of these cool options and possibilities. You can create a grid, you can show hierarchy, you can use the timeline, the process, the relationship, the cycle. Each one of those will let you pick a number of spots and a color scheme and insert that chart for you to customize. For example, I did that with course descriptions as a way to get the information across. And it's a set of slides, and it's all the information for the course descriptions for each of the sections at our high school. These are all on our website and available for anybody to look at. Here's all the social studies course descriptions, and I tried to show them in a visual way to get the information across. You can see the thumbnails here of all the possibilities and ways that that works. That might even be a good other video to walk you through all the possibilities. It has a lot that you can do to create something that works for your information. So that's all in the insert menu. Some of it you're used to, some of it's new, but be aware, here are your options under insert.